Okay, so right now we're looking at a lot of gaming news. A lot of gaming news dropped today. Today is July 15th, 2021. We got the announcement of the Steam Deck, which kind of came out of nowhere, which is what we're going to talk about today. What is the Steam Deck? It is effectively a portable gaming PC. Everyone else is saying, oh, it's a Switch ripoff. It's a Switch. They just copied the Switch. Funny thing is, it ain't the first one to do it. Actually, I'll show you. We'll hop on over here. Razer actually was the first company to make a tablet that's a full PC, plays PC games in a tablet format. Did it go anywhere? I got to try it out years ago. It's almost been 10 years. It worked for the most part. So this isn't new. This is not new. Razer's done this. So all the people that are just like, oh, it's just a Switch Pro or it's a Switch ripoff. They're ripping off the Switch. No, this is not a new idea. This is not a new idea at all. What we're here to talk about is the Steam Deck. So here it is. So it says the most gaming power you've ever held. This thing starts at $399, and I'm looking at it. It looks very ergonomic, with the exception of the sticks. I'm not a fan of where the sticks are located. However, in a way, you kind of have to think about it. It is ergonomic in a sense of, when you're holding a Switch, typically, if I can get that in frame, your right thumb is going to be drifting down. Now, they're solving that by keeping your thumbs up top. All your thumb activity is at the top and at the slightly lower middle. So you're not putting your thumb down lower where it could be, uncomfortable. Now, granted, a lot of the design, I will admit, is similar to the Switch. However, the difference is, look at the fact that you're not going to be removing it. It's one solid slab. Now, ventilation, it's got vents on the top. It's got vents on the back. I wonder if it's probably got vents on the bottom. You got the two speakers on the side. Yeah, you got the Xbox. Is that the Xbox button layout? Yeah, so that's the Xbox button layout. R2, R1. It's interesting because it's mixing the naming convention of the Xbox and the PlayStation. So you've got, your start button, select. I still say start and select. I don't care what anyone says. Power button, USB Type-C. You got back bumpers. You've got two haptic touch pads for, typing inputs, as well as, they double as a mouse pad. Your volume control, 3.5 millimeter input, which is, interesting. So many devices are getting rid of it, and I'm happy that this still has it. Not sure what this button does, but then you also have your Steam button, which you can pull up your Steam store. And I do think this is going to be ergonomic. Now, I know my guy over at IGN had it, and he's in the video that came live today, and basically said it was quite ergonomic, right? It felt really good. He was skeptical about it until he held it, and it felt really good. So design-wise, I have no problems with it. 7-inch touchscreen. I believe it's 720p. I think depending on the model you get determines the type of screen, if it's going to be plastic or if it's going to be like, glass. So there's that. I don't know if it's OLED. I'm curious if it is. But yeah, it's got Wi-Fi capability, and let's check out what all it says. So all-in-one portable gaming, portable PC gaming. Steam Deck brings the Steam games and features you love to a powerful and convenient form factor you can take wherever you go. I like this. So this right here is clearly running 60 frames per second. Now, looking at this, I'm impressed. I'm honestly impressed. But then to be able to capture it like that, yeah, I'm impressed. That looks good. Jedi Fallen Order, amazing game if you haven't played it, go out and play it. But it looks really good. Looks like it's running really good. I know the screen is about 720p, so this is probably 720p is 60 frames per second. So, I mean, don't expect any of the games to be running, fully spec'd out like you would on your desktop or your gaming laptop. It's not going to do that. Okay, hardware designed to put real gamers in real hands, or real games in real hands. Stream Deck, or I said Stream Deck. That naming though. Steam Deck runs the latest AAA games and runs them really well. Okay. I want more details about this chip, because this is the thing. If this is able to run AAA PC games or just AAA games in general, what is this chip, and why is this chip not in the Switch? Why is it not in the Switch? That's my question. Nintendo, what you doing? I understand Nintendo doesn't care about power. They haven't since the GameCube era, but still. Anyway, this is comfortable. Full fidelity controls, long play sessions, no compromises. Okay, so I'm wondering, are they going to do something to combat stick drift? Versatile. You can connect peripherals, throw the picture onto a big screen, and do all other PC things you'd expect. So micro SD cards. Okay. And I know you can play the games off the micro SD cards, which I personally think is a game changer. All right, let's check it out. Scrolling down, we're going to go into the subsections, but I want to check out everything here as we're going. So your Steam library is already on your deck. So basically, if it's on Steam, you can play it on here. I like that idea. I like that. I've kind of converted from being just a purely console gamer to a PC gamer. So this appeals to me. All right. So just power it on, log in, your games and friends are here. I like that idea. Easy, power on, sign in, play your Steam games. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this game looks. Thus far, I've never played this Disco Elysium. I keep being told I need to play it, but I haven't played it. I know it's running on prototype hardware, but it looks like it's running solid. I have no complaints about it. Steam without compromise. Okay, this as they're marketing it as Steam without compromises. So if I could play my Steam games without worrying about performance, that's a game changer. Okay, 3 types of storage. Here we go. All right. There's no in-game difference in frame rates or graphics quality between 3 models. So you got 3 different models. That's what Nintendo should have did with the Switches. But anyways, $399 gets you 64 gigs and a carrying case. $529 gets you 256 gigs, faster NVMe SSD internal storage. You can't go, I mean, that's as fast as you can get right there. A carrying case, and exclusive Steam community profile bundle. Okay. I don't care about the last one, but I care about the faster and, more storage. All right. 650 or 650, 649, however you want to cut it. 512 gigs, NVMe, SSD internal storage, fast storage, premium anti-glare etched glass. So it's the anti-glare etched glasses on this one. Okay. Exclusive carrying case, exclusive Steam community profile bundle, exclusive virtual keyboard thing. Okay. This is looking like the one I'm probably going to go with. Steam Deck start shipping December 20th, 2021. Okay. Now, a lot of people are going to be looking at this and be like, yo, that's expensive. This is the price of a PS5 digital, right? The only thing is you can't get your hands on a PlayStation 5 digital, right? That's that. I think if you're looking to pick this up, you're not even concerned about console gaming. You're a PC gamer who wants to be able to play portably. And I believe the other thing about this is there's a dock. You can dock this and connected to a monitor with a keyboard. So like it's running off of a Linux based system. That much I do know. And you can wipe that off, and just clean install Windows on it. You can install other game launchers on it. Now, this is the part where, for me, I think this is where it's the biggest game changer, where I think it actually beats out other stuff, is the fact that if you can install, say, Epic Game Store, you can install, EA's, Origins launcher. If you can install Game Pass, right? You basically have a portable gaming PC and portable Xbox console. You have access to just about everything from console games to PC games. And if you can install that, I'm pretty sure you can install emulators on it too. So basically, if you got a gaming PC, you got this, and you got a Switch, you're set. That's how I'm looking at it. I mean, I'm just saying, do y'all understand like the way I'm coming at it? Because to me, I think there's nothing wrong with this. Price wise, is it pricey? It's pricey for a reason. It doesn't look like they're using cheap components. Now, a lot of people can get by on the $399 model. I think a lot of people can get by on that. You could buy a 1 terabyte SSD micro SD card for like anywhere from $120 to $200, and you've got 1 terabyte to just put all your games on. But then again, you could move on up to these two. Now, not saying that a lot of people, not everyone's going to get it. Tech heads like myself are going to get this or this, but I'm going to get this because I like the idea of it. Because I'm going to use it. I'm actually going to use it. It says speed and feeds. Okay, let's check this out. Take a look at the inputs, internals, and other details and make up Steam Deck. Let's look at the tech specs. Okay, here we are with the tech specs. D-pad, this is view. So left thumbstick, L3, click in. Trackpad, Steam button, left speaker. Microphone built into it. 7-inch touchscreen. It's got dual microphones on it. Right stick options, Xbox layout for the buttons, trackpad, right speaker, quick access. Okay, that's what that button is. Quick access. Oh, excuse me. Top view. L2, L1, volume, headphone jack, ventilation fan, Type-C port, which is probably to charge it, power button, status LED, R1, R2. Nothing wrong with it. On the back, R4, R5, L5, so, mappable buttons, micro SD card slot, and I'm sure it's ventilation. Speeds and feeds. Okay, it's got AMD APU. CPU is a Zen 2 4C8C. Okay, can go between 2.4 to 3.5 gigahertz, up to 448 G-flops. Okay, not bad. GPU. 8 RDNA, two CUs. So you can go between 1.0 to 1.66 gigahertz. So you can go up to 1.6 teraflops. So this puts this online with the PlayStation 4, so PlayStation 4, Xbox One, maybe Xbox Series S. But if it's able to play AAA games, I'm assuming on the lower end, close enough to maybe a PlayStation 5. Not that close, but close enough in the ballpark vicinity. So 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM. Nothing wrong with that. That's all you need for gaming. Storage, 64 gigs of eMMC PCIe Gen 2. Okay. Not bad, but yeah, I'm not touching that one. Now, second one, 256 gigabyte NVMe SSD PCIe Gen 3. Faster, much faster, significantly faster than eMMC. Now, 512 gigabytes high speed NVMe SSD. Now, this is the fastest one. Like I said, I'm going with that one. Controls and inputs. It's got HD haptics. Okay, cool. Stack 6, display. So this is actually higher than the 720s. This is 1280 by 800. So this is a higher resolution display than a 720 by slightly, because it's a 16 by 10 instead of a 16 by 9. So it's a 1280 by 800. So it's an LCD. Nothing wrong with that. Refresh rate. So this maxes out at 60 hertz, which is fine. Games by default, they're pushing now at a baseline of 60 hertz. We've been stuck with 30 hertz for so long. Majority of the games you're going to play on the Switch are 30 hertz. So I don't have an issue with the 60 hertz, 400 nits, and touch enable, ambient light sister. This is fine. For portable gaming, this is fine. Bluetooth 5.0 says future proof there. Wi-Fi, dual band, Wi-Fi radio. So it's not fully feature proof because it doesn't have the AX standard, but it is AC, which, AC is the latest generation of 802.11 Wi-Fi. So, and it's backwards compatible with ABG and N. So nothing wrong with that. And then we got audio information. So battery life. This is where I was curious. So 40 watt battery life. Anywhere from 2 to 8 hours of gameplay, depending on what you're playing. I'm thinking if you're going to play something like Doom Eternal, you're probably going to get like 30 minutes off of battery. Of course, people are going to make battery packs for this, so expect that. It's fine. 45 watt USB Type-C power supply, nothing wrong with it. Micro SD cards. All right, so external connectivity for controls and display. So USB-C with DisplayPort 1.4. Alt mode support up to 8K 60 hertz, 4K 120 hertz. So this tells me if it can push those numbers, if you can do 4K 120 hertz, then this thing has some power behind it. Just not for, it's limiting itself for portability, but when it's docked, it can push to a much higher output. Only 669 grams, lightweight. SteamOS, ArcBait. So this is this right here basically. This operating system. This is Linux. There's nothing wrong with that. Desktop is KDE Plasma. Yeah, it's Linux. All right, official dock. So here we go. USB-C cable. So USB-C cable to Steam Deck. DisplayPort 1.4, HDMI 2.0. A little disappointing it's not 2.1, but 2.1 is not this. It's not a wide standard yet. So you won't be able to go above 4K 60. Power input, Ethernet, USB 3.1, and 2 USB 2.0s. This is fine. All right. USB power delivery pass-through input, Ethernet, size, weight, 120 grams. Nothing wrong with this. All right. So if we go over to reserve, which you got to log in to do so. believe you have to pay like a $5 reservation fee. It's going live to Friday, July 16th at 10 a.m. if you want to get it. So keep that in mind. And if you got your FAQs, so yeah, it's got a reservation fee. I think this is to combat scalpers. This appeals to me. This really appeals to me. Being able to custom install Windows, like if I want to do a clean install of Windows, I can. That appeals to me. Not that I'm going to do it. I'd probably just leave the SteamOS on it and just put the launchers on there. So what my plan is, I'm going to get the 512 gig. I've got a couple 1 terabyte micro SD cards. I'm going to put my games on that, right? I would personally install Xbox Game Pass. It'd be one of the first things I install. Install my games from Steam. Get Epic Game Store games installed on it. Get Origin games installed on it. And then I would put my emulators on it. And I've got the perfect portable gaming console. I got my PC games, I got my retro games, and I got my Xbox console games. This is a win. And running at 1280 by 800, 16 by 10 aspect ratio, I'm sold. I'm sold on this. I'm sold on it. I think it's solid. But you know what? I care to have a conversation going. What do you think about the Steam Deck? Is this something you're looking at picking up? What do you think of the pricing? What do you think of the performance, the internals, the screen, the fact that you could dock it, connect the keyboard and mouse, and it functions just like a regular PC? Anyway, let's get the conversation going. I want to know what you guys think. Let's get the conversation going in the comment section below. If you want to take it further, we do have Discord as well as Guilded. Hop in either of those links in below. And if you want to support what we do here, we're covering gaming news, tech news, reviews, impressions, reactions, as well as interviews with the game and tech industry with the Kasanova Podcast. Then if you want support, we got Patreon, got channel membership, got coffee. All that links are in the description below. That being said, I'm Mekel Kasanova. I'm signing out. Hope y'all have a great one. Deuces wow. Too sweet. Be the elite. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Mahalo for making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate your support by those of you who like the videos, who watch them, who subscribe. And for those of you who are my Patreon supporters, thank you for your continued support because you help make this possible. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support what we do have Patreon on patreon.com/Mekel Kasanova. We also have Coffee as well as Subscribe Star. So there's various methods if you want to support the work that we do here. We also have channel membership, so make sure you check that out. That way you get up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes here, and first, and exclusive content as well. And if you enjoy the work that I do and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, Mekel Kasanova, Hawaii content creator. I hope to see you on the next one. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell. And all that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.